In a world where small actions create huge ripples of kindness, every day someone discovers the true meaning of courage, humanity, and unexpected heroes. Before we begin today's story, welcome to our channel where real-life inspired stories remind you that compassion still exists. If you are new here, make sure you stay with us till the end, because today's story will touch your heart in a way you may never forget. Our story begins on a quiet afternoon in a small town on the outskirts of Montana. The sky was still, the roads were quiet, and life moved at its ordinary pace until one little girl changed everything. 8-year-old Lily sat outside the county hospital on a cold bench, hugging her little teddy bear tight against her chest. Her eyes were red from crying, and her small body trembled, not just from the chilly wind, but from fear. She had been there for almost an hour, alone, waiting for someone, anyone, to notice her. Her mother, Amanda, had collapsed in their home earlier that morning. Lily had dialed the emergency number with trembling fingers. The ambulance came quickly, but when they arrived at the hospital, something unexpected happened. A security guard, stern-faced and stubborn, stopped Amanda from being admitted immediately. Why? Because of a technicality. Amanda didn't have her updated identification card, and while the hospital was understaffed and overloaded that day, the guard decided no one entered without proper documentation. Rules were rules to him, and he refused to bend even in an emergency. Lily tried to explain, she begged, she pleaded, she cried, but the guard wouldn't listen. Her mother was lying on a stretcher inside the ambulance, barely conscious, struggling to breathe. The paramedics argued, insisting that the woman needed immediate attention, but the guard remained unmovable. Finally, they placed Amanda temporarily in the waiting area and told Lily to stay close while they contacted the administration. And so there she sat, alone, scared and confused, wondering if her mother was going to die because of paperwork. Then something unusual began happening down the road. A low, deep rumble echoed across the street. It wasn't thunder. It wasn't construction. It was the sound of dozens of motorcycle engines. Lily looked up. Coming down the road was a formation of large, powerful bikes, chrome shining in the sunlight, black leather jackets, heavy boots, and bandanas. The symbols on their vests were unmistakable. The Hells Angels. To Lily, already terrified, they looked like giants. Men with long beards, tattoos, stern faces, loud engines. She shrunk into herself, hugging her teddy tighter. She'd heard adults whisper things about bikers like them. Dangerous, rough, scary. But what she didn't know was that life was about to show her something different. The bikers pulled into the hospital parking lot, stopping their roaring engines one by one. The leader, a tall man with a gray beard and kind but intense eyes, noticed the crying child instantly. His name was Iron Jack, known for his tough exterior but even tougher heart. He walked toward her slowly, making sure not to frighten her more. "Hey there, little one," he said gently. "Why are you sitting out here all alone?" Lily wiped her face with her sleeve, too scared to answer at first. Jack crouched down to her level. "You okay? Do you need help?" "That broke the dam." "My mommy," she sobbed. "Those men won't let my mommy in the hospital. They said she can't go inside. She's sick. She can't breathe. I'm scared she's going to die." Jack's expression hardened, not in anger at the girl, but in fury at the situation she was facing. He motioned for his crew to gather. Within seconds, nearly 20 bikers formed a circle around them. "Tell me exactly what happened," Jack said softly. Lily repeated the story as best as she could. The bikers listened quietly, nodding with growing irritation. When she finished, Jack placed a large, reassuring hand on her small shoulder. "No one, and I mean no one, keeps a sick mother away from getting help," he said firmly. "We're going to fix this. You stay right beside me. You're safe now." Lily felt something she hadn't felt all day: hope. They walked toward the hospital entrance together. The automatic doors slid open, and the same guard stepped forward with his usual rigid posture. "Stop right there. No visitors, no entry without proper ID. Rules are rules." Jack stepped forward, his voice calm but carrying enough weight to silence the entire hallway. "We are not here to visit. We are here to make sure that child's mother gets medical attention. What's your problem? The guard stiffened. I already explained, I can't admit her. She doesn't have updated identification. It's protocol. Jack took a deep breath. Protocol is not more important than a person's life. The guard opened his mouth to argue, but Jack raised his hand. Listen, man, we're not here to cause trouble, but we're not walking away while a woman can't breathe. If she dies because you didn't let her in, that's on you. Another biker stepped forward. Tank, a massive man with arms like tree trunks. We can call lawyers, report this, bring every news station in the state. You want that? By this time, nurses and hospital staff were gathering around. Whispers filled the corridor. A small crowd watched the confrontation unfold. The guard faltered. He wasn't expecting pushback, especially not from 20 determined bikers. A nurse, hearing the commotion, approached cautiously. What seems to be the issue? Jack gently guided Lily forward. This little girl's mother is sick. She collapsed. She can't breathe. And your guard here refused to admit her because her ID wasn't updated. The nurse's expression changed instantly, alarm mixed with shock. Where is the patient? She's in the waiting area, Lily whispered. The nurse didn't wait another second. She sprinted down the hallway. 2 other nurses followed. Within moments, Amanda was rushed into the emergency room, placed on oxygen, and connected to monitors. A doctor soon appeared and called out, "She's in critical condition. If she had been delayed any longer, this could have been fatal." Lily burst into tears again, this time out of relief. Jack crouched and hugged her gently, careful not to overwhelm her. "You did good, kid," he said. "You saved your mom." Her little fingers gripped his vest. "Thank you," she whispered. But the story doesn't end here. The Hells Angels stayed at the hospital for hours. Some waited in the lobby. Others stood outside. They weren't leaving until they knew Amanda was safe. Meanwhile, word spread quickly. Families in the waiting room whispered to each other. People took photos. Nurses brought the bikers coffee. Even some police officers came, surprised to find the Hells Angels acting as protectors rather than troublemakers. Finally, the doctor came out again. "She's stable," he said with a smile. "She's going to be okay. You can see her soon." Lily nearly collapsed with relief. Jack lifted her gently. "See, your mom is tough just like you." When Amanda woke up later, her breathing slow but steady, the first thing she saw was her daughter holding her hand. The second thing she saw, standing respectfully by the door, was Iron Jack and his crew. "Who are they?" she asked softly. Lily beamed. "They're the angels who helped us." Jack smiled sheepishly. "Just doing what's right, ma'am." Amanda's eyes filled with tears. "Thank you, I don't know how to repay you." Jack shook his head. "You don't owe us anything, just take care of yourself and this brave little girl." Before leaving, the bikers exchanged contact numbers with Amanda and Lily, promising they'd always be there if the little girl ever needed help again. A week later, the hospital issued a formal apology. The guard who had refused Amanda entry was suspended and retrained. The hospital changed its policies permanently, allowing emergency cases immediate access regardless of documentation. The story spread across social media, and people were shocked and inspired by the unexpected kindness of a group the world often labeled as dangerous. Lily learned something powerful that day. Heroes don't always look the way you expect. Sometimes they ride motorcycles, wear leather jackets, and appear terrifying on the outside, but carry hearts of gold. And as for the Hells Angels who helped her, they continued their journey, engines roaring, leaving behind a story the town would never forget. Before we end today's story, remember this: kindness can come from the most unexpected people, and courage can come from the smallest hearts. If this story touched you, stay with us for more real-life inspired stories that remind us all of the goodness in this world.